Happy Friday, everybody. Woohoo, the weekend is almost here. Welcome to my Friday morning Coffee and a Card Live. It is Friday the 13th, which I always consider good luck. My husband was born on the 13th. 13 is a good number for me, so Friday the 13th is awesome. I am okay with that. Friday the June 13th, 2025, and I am happy to be here with you today. Today's weather is kind of what we've been going on the last few days. A high of 83, cloudy, breezy, chance of rain, and the same thing tomorrow with a greater chance of rain. We were really kind of hoping that the rain tomorrow would go away because we are going to be celebrating my grandson Miko's 8th birthday. He's my youngest grandson, and we're going to be doing it at my daughter's. And he has a bunch of little 7 and 8-year-old friends coming over. So she was hoping for outside games, but it's not looking that way. So we're kind of scrambling to try to find some inside games. So if you know some fun inside games for like 10, 7, and 8-year-old boys, pop them in the comments because I would love to hear them. I'm just going to make sure that I am on here and up and running where I should be. I'm about 10 minutes late this morning, actually because I was talking to my daughter and I knew we had this call and we were going to be making the plans for the birthday party. So hi, Kathy. Glad you are on. So just so you all know, I am having some trouble with Facebook on my computer. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't want to open up. When I go to open it, it takes like 5 minutes. Everything else on my computer is working great. Facebook is giving me a problem. So, Kathy, if you can just confirm that I am here in my Crazy Stamping Lady page, then I'm going to go with it and make sure that, I just want to make sure I'm in the right place because sometimes I've popped on in the wrong place. Anyway. Hi, Melody. Glad you are here. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 28 years, and I love what I do. I am here to help you find the joy of card making, to give you tips and tricks to make paper crafting easier and more fun for you, and to encourage you to send out all of your beautiful creations to others. To bring some joy and happiness to them. Our goal is to eradicate loneliness one card at a time. So please be sure to give me a hello in the comments if you are stopping by. And if you watch later on the replay, let me know that also. I love to know when you've been here watching. Okay, it does look like I'm in the right place. I find it took that long for Facebook to come up. I don't know why my computer's doing that. I have to try to figure it out. I am not that tech savvy, so yeah. Okay. Well, I am glad you are here. Hi, Eileen. I'm glad you are here. As always, I will be drawing from all of the comments you leave today on this video, and I will be giving away the project that we make today. You have all day today, all day tomorrow, and until I draw the next day, and that time varies, so just keep leaving your comments. If you can share me to a crafty group, a crafty friend, your home page, send me by email somewhere. Let me know if you do that, and I will give you a bonus entry toward today's card because that gets me exposure I would not otherwise have for my small business, and I appreciate it. Congratulations to the winner of, hi Cheryl, glad you're here, of my last card, Debbie Warren. Thank you for watching and commenting. And Debbie, that is going out in today's mail to you. Yeah, so let's get down to the table. I'm going to turn you around. You'll see all my clouds. There is a little sunshine out there, but rain is on the way, supposedly. We'll see. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. I like my hair right now, too. I'm not always happy with it, but right now it did pretty well. So good with that. Okay, guys, this is me, Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/Crazy Stamping Lady, which is right where you are right now. My YouTube is under my name, Maureen Rolfes, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. Stampin' Up! Has a current rewards program, so for every $20 or more that you spend online, you will automatically receive 10% back in rewards on future purchases. You can use them on your very next order, or you can accumulate them up to 1 year if you want to save for something fun and reward yourself. So it is a very cool program. No cards to share today, so I am going to move that out of the way. Couple reminders, 30 days in June is still going on. It's my 30-day scavenger hunt. A lot of you are playing, so that makes me super happy to see that. Let me grab my prize here. Oh, I stuck it off to the side and now it's stuck. Hang on, guys. I won't be gone long. I just have to grab it. Okay, so what you do is each day you check my Facebook page, or you can even do it once a week or twice a week and go back. Every single day will be numbered, so 1 through 30 by the end of June. Each day will have a picture of a card that was made by me or one of these other 3 talented ladies that are in my collaborative group. And we will feature it, and then I am going to have you search the catalog and try to find the inspiration for that card. And I will give you clues like a range of pages and what inspired us, but yeah, play along. So just number a page 1 through 30. Go back and check my comments. On each comment, you're going to want to like that post, and you're going to want to leave a short comment, and then you're going to write down the page that you find in your annual catalog. At the end of the month, I'm going to have you guys send me a picture of the answers. And then from all of the correct answers, I am going to draw one winner for this DSP sampler of papers right here. And it's gorgeous. It's not every single paper we have, but it is a really nice assortment, guys. And then from all of the entries, whether they have the right winning number names or not, I will do another drawing and give another one away. So yay, everyone has a chance. Do your best. Write pages down, right or wrong. You're going to have a chance toward winning a prize. So yay. Also, each month I give away a free online class kit to people who purchase from me at a level of $50 or more. It is a thank you from me. It contains retired products and all the pieces to make your cards. It is just a fun class as a thank you. So for a $50 order, you get 3 card kits. For a $75 order, you get 3 free card kits and a bonus project. And a $100 order gets you 3 free card kits, a bonus project, and a half a pack of an embellishment. Any small order still receives a handmade card from me as a thank you, and all orders are entered into my monthly order prize drawing. The class for June orders should get mailed out by June 30th. The class will be on Monday, July 14th at 11 o'clock in the morning, right here on this page, and anyone can watch it whether or not you've gotten the kits. We still have our BOGO suite sale going on, so any products out of our suites, and that includes the full suites down to a pack of gems, any products are buy one, get one at 50% off. The caveat for that is the lowest priced items are going to be your 50% items. So as I have said before, I did two orders this month. The first one was just the bundles, the larger items that I wanted, and that way I got 4 of them, and the second 2 were the 50% off, and that worked out great. And then my second order was all of the embellishments, embossing folders, ribbons, that kind of thing, DSP, any of those things that were in the suites, because they're all similar in project cost within a couple dollars each. So I got all of those together and was able to get half of them at 50% off. Now you're going to want to remember that this is just products that are in suites. So you can search on suites and you can look at every suite and it'll give you a list of the products that are in there. That's probably the easiest way to be sure that you're getting products out of our suites. But there is a lot of fun stuff there. It includes Last Chance. And a lot of the Last Chance items are already discounted. So if it was in a suite and it's on Last Chance, it still counts. Okay, one more thing. Our new Paper Pumpkin quarter is starting. So starting today, if you subscribe, the next month's Paper Pumpkin is going to be this adorable strawberry set, and it comes in this beautiful strawberry box. And the only hint they're giving us is that it makes 4 unique cards, so that's kind of cool. August is going to include a free additional stamp set, and September's is going to coordinate with a suite that is being released. So all of that is very cool. We also have a new set of add-on dies, and this is for subscribers only to Paper Pumpkin, and you can just go search on Paper Pumpkin to find out all about that online. But we have this new set of dies that coordinates with all 3 of these. It has a strawberry image to cut out, which can also be an acorn image to cut out. It has the little dots to put the seeds on the strawberry. It has an acorn top that has the little dots. It has strawberry leaves. It has a flower and another leaf, and it looks like another little strawberry top there, and then a hello and a circle. So really, really fun. These little die sets are only $12 each, and they are while supplies last and only available to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. Guys, anytime you have a question on anything I share with you, feel free to email me at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, and I promise you I will get back to you with answers on anything you might not understand. Recently, probably about a month ago, I had someone say, "You keep talking about Paper Pumpkin. I have no idea what that is." So just drop me an email and I will explain it all, I promise. Okay, annual catalog is fantastic. We are not using much out of it today. We are using online exclusive products. So let me move that out of the way. So we're playing with the Cheers and Sips bundle. And I have shown this to you before, this sheet here, but I just wanted to show you that if you are not checking the online exclusive section of our website, you are missing out on a ton of fantastic products. So you can go out there, and if you search on Cheers and Sips, you're going to get all this information. So you can get just the bundle, you could get the stamp set alone, you could get the dies, but we also have a suite of products that includes some embossing folders, some ribbon, some gems, and some designer series paper. And these are all not in the catalog. So be sure you're checking online exclusives regularly to see what we might have out there. So for today, we are using the Celebratory Sips Designer Series paper, which you can see some of the designs right here. They are bright, beautiful colors for summer. They have all the fruits and all the flowers of summer and all of the different drinks of summer. It is just really pretty designer series paper. The backs, as usual, are more neutral, and we are going to be using some of the backs of this paper today. So let me get this out of the way. Stick with me to the end because I am going to show you another similar sample to what I make, but it won't be exact. And so stick with me and I will compare them and show you what I changed up. Here is the recipe for today's card. You can take a screenshot if you want. I will bring this back out with the card at the end when you could take a screenshot there too. And I will also post the card and this recipe in the comments of this post so that you can get that later if you want to. So be aware of that. I'm going to move that out of the way for now. And we're going to come in here and see the pieces for the card we're making today. So this just has a basic white envelope. I'm making sure everything got out of it. We're going to be using a card base that really ends up to be A2 size basically. But this card base is 4 1/4 by 11 inches long. I scored it at 5 1/2, and then I cut 1 inch off of the end of it right here. And we're going to be using this 1 inch piece. So now this piece right here ends up being 4 1/4 by 10, but scored at 5 1/2 in. And then we have a 1 inch piece by 4 1/4. So we're going to be using those. I have a scrap here that I'm going to punch out, and then also I pre-stamped an image with Memento Black So it would be totally dry because we're going to color that with some blends. I have 2 pieces of Timid Tiger. Timid Tiger is one of our new in colors, and it is a little bit, I think like our pumpkin has a little bit of a dusty gray undertone, and this is just a true orange, guys. I love this color. I think it's so pretty, but I like pumpkin pie too, so I can't say I like one better than the other, and I think they're pretty interchangeable on most cards. This piece right here, the Timid Tiger, this one is 3/4 of an inch by 4, and this one is 4 by 4 1/4 for our card. And then we have 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. On these Designer Series paper, this one is 3/4 by 4, and this is 4 by 4 1/4. And the other side is beautiful too. Look at that, gorgeous. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using these sides, but as we lay it together, we'll see how it comes together. I might make a change on that. What the heck, right? And then I have some of the Designer Series paper. So this has this beautiful blue star image on the back, which I think would be gorgeous for a Christmas card, to be honest. I think it's so pretty. But we're going to be using this side, and I want to show you how you can cut out your drinks for your cards using this paper right here. So the bundle we're using is the Cheers and Sips, and it comes with all of these cute little summery drinks. It has the umbrella and the ice and fruit that can go in it. It has celery tops and mint and rosemary, or maybe this is, what is this, guys? Help me out. Rosemary. I should know my herbs. Why am I drawing a blank on that? But yes, herbs that can go into your drinks. And then this little skewer type thing. It is just adorable. It doesn't have to be alcoholic drinks. The drinks we're doing today are oranges and pinks, and obviously they could be an alcoholic drink, but they could also be orangeade or pink lemonade, things like that. So if you're not a drinker, it is still a super cute set for summer drinks that are not alcoholic. And so let me see if there's anything else I want to say. So we're going to be using some images out of both of these. Let me move this out of the way for now. I may pull it back in. So what I did is I grabbed my Memento black ink and the 2 different glasses from this set. So there is a shorter kind of stemless wine glass and then a taller highball glass that could be for lemonade or anything you want it to be. We're going to stamp our glass images right onto these squares on the Designer Series paper and let that be the coloring for the drinks. And I like how they made them like a watercolor wash because it really makes it pretty in the drinks, almost like it was watercolored. So the first one I'm going to do is this little stemless wine glass. And I'm going to do it on here, and I'm going to pull it up. So what I want to show you is when I'm stamping this on here, I am going to stamp it so the entire glass is on the square, and that the top of it comes off a little bit so it looks like it's not completely full to the rim. So I'm going to bring this up a little bit on the image, just like that. So there is that glass. And then I'm going to take my other highball one here, my really tall iced tea glass, and we're going to place that on this one, same thing. And it's got a little of this pinky orange over here, and it's got a little of the dark here, so you can decide which way you like it. But I think I want some of that orange since we're doing a lot of Timid Tiger on here. So I'm going to pull it a little bit over to the left side on there. So I pick up just a little bit of that orangeness in there. All right. So this makes it super simple to fill your glasses from this set with something delightful to drink. Now we're going to cut these out using our dies. So let's grab first this one. And I'm just going to do one at a time just because then I won't have to tack it down at all. I think I can just center them. I'm centering it on there so some of the black shows all the way around before I lay the plate down on top of my die. I'm just going to run this through until it clicks and then run it back. And there we go. There is our little drink. Isn't that adorable? I love how they designed this to work. I think that was just so stinking clever to make this DSP work this way. Okay, we're gonna do another one with the other glass and the die for it. I'm gonna come in here and place this one again. So some of the black I can see all the way around, pretty even as I am cutting this out. I'm gonna lay my plate down on top of it and we'll run that one through. Now the one thing you do want to remember is you do want to have some of that white at the top so your drink looks like it's just in the bottom of the glass. When I did my very first one, I forgot about that and I just cut out my square and then tried to stamp on it, and I didn't leave any space for it to look like the glass wasn't full to the top. So it's just something to think about. These I didn't cut apart for that reason, so I would have the white above them. So live and learn, right guys? Let's see if there's anything else. We're gonna have to cut out our little lemon. So let's color that right away. And then we can just cut it out. So I pre-stamped the lemon like I told you so it could be totally dry. I'm going to take my light Daffodil Delight and color in the sections on the inside of this lemon. And these are really cute. You could make it an orange, you could make it a lime, a grapefruit. You could color it pretty much any color you wanted to. But we're doing lemon today just because I wanted a little contrast with my colors. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is cut it out. So we're going to cut this out on the machine. For this one, I probably am going to use some washi tape because it's tinier and I don't want it to move. And this one does have, as much as it looks like a circle, it does have a little bit of a shape to it. So you want to match it up so that your flatter side on your orange here goes with the flattest side on the die. And it is very minimal. Now, if you don't care, don't care. It's probably not worth stressing over. But I want to color around the outside of this. So I want to be sure it's pretty even as it cuts out. And I will show you what I mean by that in just a minute. I'm going to turn this around. It will be faster to run it through that direction. Let's see if it'll grab. There it goes. You know, I had trouble getting this to grab last time. I don't know what that was because I just really don't have trouble with my mini cut and emboss machine. But this today is working fantastic. So let's peel off our washi tape. There is our little lemon slice. I'm going to put my little dies back here in my magnetic plate because that, or my little magnetic bowl, that really helps keep them in place where I don't lose them. And then what I want to do is do the lemon rind on here. So that was why I did want to get a pretty even edging on this. And I'm just going to take my little bullet point of the dark Daffodil Delight, and we're going to come around and color that edge because lemons have a rind on them and I just didn't like it without that. So, but you really have to kind of cut it out first, or you could just color around the edge and then cut it out, making sure you're coloring it wide enough that it would be completely colored. You could do that too, whatever's easier for you. But I like having that around the edge on my lemon. So there is our little slice of lemon. Okay, what else do we need to do? We have our sentiment layer, and I want to flag the right end of this. So I'm just going to grab that and do that right now. And come in just, I don't know, about a ½ inch right down the center. And then come up from each of these corners like that. And then we have our flagged end on there. And I am going to punch a circle out of this scrap of paper. So let me do that right away. This is the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. And so for your scrap, you just want to be sure it's at least 2 5/8. You want to have at least about 1/8 of an inch on each side when you're punching. Otherwise, sometimes it'll kind of fray on the edge. So you want enough that you have some on each side as you're punching. So that was just a scrap. Okay, I think that's all of the pieces. So let's think about putting this card together and what we want to do. So I think we're going to stamp our sentiment. And to do that, I'm going to bring back in my Mento Black. And the sentiments I chose for this are cheers, cheers to you. And then on the inside, we're going to put it's your day. So this could be a birthday card. This could be a celebratory card for an accomplishment, a promotion at work. This could be an anniversary card. It can be whatever you want it to be. And I like that it can be for lots of different things. So cheers, we're going to put our cheers on here, right about here. And then underneath it, and to the right here, I'm going to write to you. Cheers to you. And I'm going to do that same thing on the envelope. Cheers to you. All right, so that part is done. And then on the inside of this, I am going to put a sentiment, but I'm going to wait till I get my layers on so I can center it in the right location. So we'll just hang on to that off to the side for a minute here. So let's take our larger piece of Timid Tiger, and this is going to go right here onto the left portion of this card. With some seal. I just do seal in the corners when it's not embossed and I'm just trying to put a layer on. It'll hold it fine. It's not going to come off, and it saves on your seal and makes it go a little bit faster and last longer. So all of that is good. On top of here, we're going to put the orange piece. Now these were a 1/4 inch wider than they were tall, so you want to be sure you're looking at that as you're laying. If I laid it the wrong way, you can see it wouldn't have an even border. Top to bottom, it would be the same, and you'd have a different border. So we want an even border all the way around. So when you look at your measurements and you lay this on a card, if you're repeating this, be careful to do that. So I'm going to come in. Oh, and I told you I might not use this, but now I've already put it down, so we're going with this side. The flowers might have been a bit busy for what we're trying to do, I think. I'll show you the other one I made, and that was also the neutral side, and it worked great. So then we're going to take our strip of Timid Tiger. This was 3/4 inch by 4, and we're going to lay that on this little piece off to the side here, where we cut off that 1 inch on the front, so that that still shows really cute. And then we're going to take our 1/2 inch piece by 3 3/4 and lay that right in the middle of this, just like that. So here is our card so far. Now I want this cheers to you, to come off over to the side here, just like that. I want it to come basically over to the edge, even though it's coming off of here. So I just want my adhesive to be on this side. So I'm going to turn this around because I do better when I'm doing my adhesive this direction. I'm going to flip this over, lay the points of my banner right at that side. I'm going to put my finger where this whole layer starts, right about here. And that's the only part I'm going to put my seal on. I just want this part stuck down, but I don't want the part that's hanging over stuck down. I'm going to flip it back around then. And if I lay that the same place, right here against the edge and straight down, that adhesive is going to stick on there. And when I open it, there's no adhesive on the flag. So that's what we're looking for. That was the goal. Next thing we're going to do is build our little drink image. So I'm going to grab my 2 little drinks, and I'm going to grab the ice cubes out of this set, a piece of scrap paper, and the Timid Tiger ink. And what we're going to do is add some ice cubes to these drinks, but I didn't want them super bright on them. I wanted them kind of muted because you don't see ice super bright in your drink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink them up with the Timid Tiger. I am going to stamp it off once onto a piece of scrap paper, and then come in here on my drink and add the ice. Just like that. Now it's very muted, but you definitely can see it, and that is what I was looking for. We're going to do the same thing on here, and it won't be quite as muted on here because we're putting orange on pink, so I think you'll be able to see it a little more, maybe not a ton, we'll see. Oh, there it is. Yep, a little bit more. We'll do that one more time because this is a tall glass. And ice kind of floats when you put it in your glass, so I'm not putting it down to the bottom. I'm actually putting it like it's floating up toward the top in your drink glass. And we're going to add these to our white circle. And the only reason I have a white circle is I just think it makes the drinks look like they pop a little bit more against the background. So the first one I'm going to add is my little stemless glass here. Just directly on here with some seal. It's going to be kind of tilted at an angle and coming off the top just a little bit there, like that. And then for this one, I want to add my lemon to it. So I'm going to take my snips and just snip down between any two of the little sections right to the middle. And then this is going to hang over the edge of my glass. If I can get it over there. Come on, little snip. Just hang on there like it's on top of my drink, like that, okay? So I know really realistically it would probably be off the side of the glass a little bit more. I'm not worried about it being too perfect as I put it on here. I'm just having it tucked behind and then the wedge coming around, kind of like, now you don't see it on the inside, not worried about it. If anyone visually doesn't know what I'm trying to do, then maybe they've had too many drinks. That's all I can say. So we're gonna grab a little piece of tear and tape, and I'm gonna place this onto the back of here just to hold that in place on my glass. It just makes it a little easier to work with now as I lay this. And then we're gonna take this and add it to this same layer, just like that. So they're going to be kind of overlapping just a little bit. And when you say cheers to you, you got to have two drinks anyway, so this works out perfect. So I'm just going to come down here and we're going to lay that one at an angle over there. And then we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. So let me grab some dimensionals here. I know I have them close by. Here they are. Oh, getting to the end of this sheet now. So we're going to grab a couple dimensionals. I am going to place one dimensional right behind that lemon. I want to be sure that that stands up on the card as well as this circle. And then we're going to take three more, and place them onto the circle. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm so excited for the birthday party tomorrow. Got lots to do. I made some pizza banners for it, and we're going to pick up ice cream on the way. It's just going to be a fun party. Okay, so we're going to place this right onto here. I want the colored paper to show as much as possible, so I'm bringing this over pretty close to the cheers, but just place it where you want. I want a little of it showing at the top too. So it's pretty flexible where you place this in this area. I just wanted to cover up the side of this banner that comes over, so you don't see that stark edge on there. So there is our drinks, and we're almost done, guys. Let's stamp our inside sentiment. So the reason I waited is I want to center my inside sentiment on this white here. And I couldn't really do that until I had the orange in place. So I'm going to flip this around so I'm stamping at the top. You guys know my idiosyncrasies, right? I need to do that. And this little stamp is from the same set, and it says, "It's your day." Now you could put happy birthday under that. You could put congratulations, or you could do nothing, because you're going to write them a little note, whoever this is going to, and they're going to know why it's their day. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to kind of center this. Wait, almost did that wrong, guys. I want to center it on this section. Sometimes I get a little mixed up when I'm talking, but I got it. Okay, so we're going to put it upside down right here, centered pretty much on this white section here. And then when I turn that around, it's going to be on the inside. So cheers to you It's Your Day. I think it's so cute. I really, really, really like it, guys. I just think it's a cute little card. Super simple fun fold by just cutting off that inch, and we don't waste anything because we're using that for our banner. So I also love that idea. And then I'm going to use the holograph resin dots as my embellishment. Now these are an online exclusive. They came out in May. And they are holographic, so they have the blues and the pinks and the yellows and the oranges. All those colors show, and I love that. And they remind me of bubbles. So I put them on a water scene recently, and it was perfect, a beach scene. I love it for drinks because it reminds me of the effervescent in your drinks. So we're going to be using these. I'm going to grab a large one. There's 3 different sizes. See if I can pop that off with the adhesive, which is always the goal. And we're going to place this one down here. And I'm placing it pretty close to my drinks. And the reason I'm doing that is because these are up on dimensionals, and that'll help protect this large gem as it goes through the mail. The fact that your card is already pushed up a little bit. A lot of times I'll still put a piece of cardstock over it, but it just gives you another layer of protection. So my largest ones especially, I try to place close to dimensionals. We're going to take a medium one, and these are a little taller than my favorite gems. The flatter they are, they're my favorite, but when they're taller like this, like I play with them this way. I make them so they're close to dimensionals. So this one's pretty tall too. We're going to put this right up here, just like that. And then we're going to take one of our tiniest ones, and we're going to place that right up here. So that is giving us our triangle, and it's reminding us of bubbles and effervescent, and you can see the color change as I turn it. I love these. I just think they're so pretty. So pretty, and they work great. Like I said, they just remind me of bubbles, so anything that could have a bubble, for sure, it's going to get these probably on there. Okay, guys, that is our card for today. Now let me show you the one I made ahead of time, so you can see a little bit different idea with this. It's very similar. My prototypes are always similar, but then I change them up for what I'm doing usually. So I have an anniversary coming up next week. My husband and I will have been married 49 years, which I can hardly believe, but it's true. And I needed an anniversary card for him. So this one says cheers to you, and then on the inside it's your day. But the one I made says cheers to us, and on the inside it says let's celebrate. So I think this is cute. It just gives you another idea. Now on this one I didn't have the layer of pink cardstock behind. This is Strawberry Slush is the color. And when I did it, I liked it, but I thought that that extra layer of cardstock to me just kind of really makes the designer series paper pop. So I changed that up. I changed my colors just a little bit. Doesn't really matter. We love to have a fun summer cocktail. Lately we've been having sangria with fruit, so the colors on here just seemed perfect for that. So this is our anniversary card. Cheers to us. And I love it too. I think it's just stinking cute. So here is the card I'm giving away. This is the one you're going to be commenting on if you want to win it. Any comment counts as a chance to win. Here is, in fact, I'm going to take the envelope off there. You can see how I did that. Here is the actual card with the recipe sheet. If you want to take a picture, I will take a picture and post this recipe sometime today here in the comments of this video. And then each month I am doing an end of the month recap where I will post these recipes and pictures also. So probably on July 1st, I'll do all of June. And that's mainly because Facebook is only keeping our videos for 30 days now. So once it deletes that, these comments would be gone and you would no longer have this picture. So I'm just going to do that recap each month. Oh, this one's got a little spot on. I can't, let's see if I can get that off. I don't know what, oh yeah, it comes right off. I don't know what that was. A little bitty spot on there. But we got it, we got it, we got it. Again, this is the card I'm giving away. So yay. Thank you for taking time out of your day with me today. I hope you liked this fun project. It is so summery to me, and some of the tips and tricks I shared with you today. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win. Finally, I would love to have your business. If you're looking for any Stampin' Up! Products, if you have any questions at all on products, techniques, tips, anything I say, please contact me. I am here to answer your questions and to be your creative coach. So if you have any questions at all, reach out to me by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com. I do plan to be back here on Tuesday, same time, same place, and so I look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.